Welcome to Panache Luxury, where vintage is always in style. Among the reference tools I rely on in my sewing is a collection of vintage sewing manuals. The first is from 1930, Making Smart Clothes, Modern Methods in Cutting, Fitting, and Finishing, a manual which includes garment construction using Deltour patterns and directions on how to use them. The Deltour, the name of the instruction sheet which came with each pattern, acquired its name from Ebenezer Buttrick, founder of the Buttrick Pattern Company. In a video I posted in 2020, I talked at length about the Buttrick Pattern Company and the Deltour. A link to that video will be in the description box. The entire manual is dedicated to the frock or the flapper style of the 1920s, a sack-like silhouette free of curves, and the early 1930s, which featured a more feminine silhouette that was soft and hugged the curves. Next is Fabric and Dress, Dress for the High School Girl from 1943, which consists of chapters on garment construction, clothing care, personal hygiene, knitting, etiquette, dress code for specific occasions like sports, parties, church, shopping, and more. There's even a concoction on how to make toothpaste. The third reference manual in my sewing arsenal is McCall's Complete Book of Dressmaking from 1951. This manual offers clear and simple explanation with step-by-step illustrations of every detail you need to know to produce the perfect dress, suit, coat, and more, combined with a complete index of all the contents of the book. Among the numerous sewing essentials described at length are belts, bands, bindings, collars, lace, loops, and more. McCall's pattern making plant, based in Manhattan, Kansas since 1969, announced its closure and the work would be transferred to Neenah, Wisconsin. At the plant's height, it made 200 million patterns per year. The next gem in my sewing arsenal is Faux Dressmaking book, the 12th edition, from 1957. This manual includes proper application of fasteners like snaps, hooks and eyes, and zippers. There's also a section on how to tailor a classic jacket, as well as darts, seam finishes, collars, and other sewing basics. The fifth sewing manual is from 1959, The Bishop Method of Clothing Construction. A favorite includes general tailoring techniques for coats and suits and trim details using bias tape. Another favorite, and one I referenced when doing the tutorial for the tailor's ham, mitt, and casing in April 2020, is Better Homes and Gardens Sewing Book from 1961. This manual is packed with information for both the beginner and the advanced sewer, everything one needs for the home and family. There's a chapter on fabric types, seam and trim finishings, how to read a sewing pattern, sew a reversible coat, sewing for children, sewing slip covers, and other amazing sewing techniques. This book is also a gem because I purchased it for 25 cents. Next is the Vogue Sewing Book, First Edition, 1970, published by the Vogue Pattern Company. This treasure includes a box dust cover to keep the box clean and pages free of creases, folds, tears, dust, bugs, and mites. Many editions are missing the book and/or box covers, so if you're fortunate enough to get one or both, it's a bonus. My favorite chapters in the manual include figure analysis, spot removal, the language of fabrics, the added elegance of fur, parts of the sewing machine, and vocabulary of fashion to include French fashion terms. The next two manuals I consider essential reference tools are New Fashion Areas for Designing the Flat Pattern from 1972 and Designing Apparel Through the Flat Pattern from 1981. New Fashion consists of 3 basic slopers, the waist, sleeve, and skirt, and the sub-slopers like the raglan, torso, and slacks. Designing Apparel, a continuation of New Fashion, was originally published as a first edition in 1960. The copy I used for my pattern drafting course was the 5th edition. After taking that course, mine was lost, so I repurchased it and picked up a copy of the New Fashion as a package deal for $23. The manuals are excellent for learning the skills of flat pattern design and are still used in beginners as well as advanced sewing classes and fashion design schools around the world. Both manuals I highly recommend. Finally, Draping for Fashion Design, the 5th edition. This manual teaches you how to drape designs using a dress form to create sewing patterns. When released in 2012, it sold out so fast it was reprinted using this cover. So if you're interested in getting this manual, keep in mind there are 2 cover versions. I'd like to thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, and don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe for more fabulous videos. And until next time, wherever you are in the world, be good to yourself and to others.